Well, the financial decisions made in the past 5 years were meant to protect jobs and move the Bahamas forward. This from Prime Minister Ingraham, who says the Free National Movement now sits ready for victory. Today, the Prime Minister discussed a number of issues related to early voting and the national debt. Shanique Miller has more.
It was the FNM's Elizabeth candidate, Dr. Duane Sands, who preempted the Prime Minister by announcing the May 7th date of the next general election before it became official. But party leader Prime Minister Hubert Ingraham says there is no fallout. In fact, the Prime Minister says it was an honest mistake on Sands' part.
Duane Sands heard a story on Love 97 at 1 o'clock. On the basis that he BBM'd his various people and said elections would be on the 7th. Duane Sands had no means of knowing when elections would be called because I hadn't told him or anybody else. And so it was a good guess. Nothing wrong with what he did.
In fact, the Prime Minister says he and his team are singularly focused.
People are energized, they are enthusiastic, they are ready to vote. They are confident that they're going to win the election. They need to work and continue to work at it.
Now, during this campaign season, the PLP has criticized the government on the increasing national debt. But Prime Minister Ingraham says the choice between preserving jobs or pinching pennies was clear.
We'd be happy to talk about the debt, because whatever I borrowed, I can show you where it is on the ground. You could touch it, you could feel it. Ask them what happened to the monies they borrowed. I can fire a gang of people and lower the national debt. I can reduce services and lower the national debt. I'm seeking to maintain services, grow the economy, improve the infrastructure, and at the same time operate within affordable limits. This argument that national debt is a bunch of nonsense. It's a manufactured thing by the PLP.
For the first time, this election season makes provision for a wider cross-section of people to vote early. Before now, only a few who fall under the category of essential services were afforded this privilege.
We have modernized and updated our laws. So, for instance, Paige here, who's getting married, if she wanted to go on her honeymoon, she'd be able to vote at the pre-poll and have her vote counted on election day. If somebody is going to be on vacation, somebody's going to be hospitalized, somebody is pregnant and expect to have their baby in that period of time, somebody who is a candidate for a constituency in the Family Islands, they and their spouses can vote early. If people are going to go and work for other candidates off the island, they can apply, they can all vote early. So one doesn't have to lose the right to vote simply because you are unable to be here on election day if you are registered to vote. Now you have to go through a process. You have to apply to the parliamentary commissioner. You have the good reasons why you are doing so. And if he accepts it, you'll go on a list.
Now, the drive to get Bahamians to vote began more than a year ago. The National Register closed Thursday, April 5th, Maundy Thursday. Once the writ was issued on Tuesday, Bahamians rushed to the Parliamentary Registration Department in a last bid to register. Many of them criticized the government for closing the register.
How many times did the Prime Minister of the Bahamas not call upon people to register to vote? There's never been a longer process, a more organized process in the history of the Bahamas. For some people, you are never going to be on time for them. No, I'm not concerned about that at all. Everybody had more than ample opportunity to register. What you ought to do is compare the register of 2002 and 2007.
Ingraham said, should the FNM win, he will serve out a full 5-year term. Meantime, the Organization of American States has already committed to coming here to observing the May 7th general elections. Shanique Miller, 7S News.